Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening to BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, and west. You've tuned in to the June 13th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host and facilitator and moderator, and any other aider you can come up with, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. Glad you chose to spend an hour or so with us, and we hope you had a blessed day, a great day, and if you didn't have a good day, well, we'll pray that things get better by the end of the day. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and hope we'll have some fun tonight. And we'll get with the salutations. And if you want to tell us where you're from, go right ahead. It's not necessary, but hey, we'd like to know where our folks coming from. Let's start off with old Tiffany Murphy from South Kakalaka. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Glad to have you here. Rochelle Ducker, always great to have you here. Good evening to you, beautiful lady. Charisse Walters, good to have you here. Good evening to you, ma'am. Pastor Walters, good evening. Good evening to you from Columbia, South Carolina. Great to have you. Evangelist, Missionary Madison, good evening to you from Long Island, New York. Great to have you here. Brunette Irizarry from Tampa Bay. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Davika Reed, good evening to you, ma'am. TT, good to have you here, all the way from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Margaret Campfield from Pennsylvania. Yes, I like that music too. It's soothing though. I kind of like it though. Well, it ain't no kind of. I do like it, or I wouldn't put it up there. Marcus Wilbanks from Beham Metro. Terrific Tuesday to you, my good man. Terrific Tuesday. Stacy Lockett, good evening to you as well. A.B. Von Williams Terry. Good evening to you, ma'am. Brother Chauncey, always great to have you here. Salutations to you as well. Dolores Rucker, good evening, ma'am. Great to have you here. Bishop Johnson, glad to have you here. Glad to have you back here. We missed you last week, but I ain't gonna mess with you though. But we missed you last week though. Okay. Tony Lee, good evening from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Great. Jennifer Skiplow Bang Boost. I didn't mean to butcher up your name though, but greetings from Cincinnati though. Great. Jim Kim Angus, good evening from you from New England. Great to have you here. You need to share a dish with us. Who else? Char Black, good evening. Up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Glad to have you here. North of the border. Sharon Taylor, yes, from the NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets. Congratulations to y'all. Congratulations. First championship. Wow. Lynn Brown, all the way from Connecticut. Groovy to have you here. Terry Boykins from Charlotte, North Carolina. Good to have you here. Sherry from H-Town. Good evening to you as well, pretty lady. Kitty McHat. Great to have you here. Gravy to have you here. Terrell Parker from the Windy City. Good to have you. We do some more. Donna Johnson from Louisiana. Good to have you here. And Yakina Perry from Illinois. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so kindly. Okay, well, y'all ready to get started? Let's go. Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna start off with I guess I'm gonna call it a little appetizer, if you will. And I think I'm gonna start off with this, because I think this is a good one. right here. Impostor syndrome. Impostor syndrome. I'm pretty sure most of y'all have heard of this. I'm going to be honest with you. I never heard of it until last year. I never heard of this term until last year. So you learn something new every day. And I think this is a good topic. Thanks to Sister Madison. She gave me the idea. Well, she might knock me upside the head though. But this is a good topic. So you asking yourself, probably out there in SBC land, what is imposter syndrome? Well, here we go. Well, no, I rather use the 'cause I remember I had used that. That's what I rather have. Imposter syndrome, by way of Psychology Today. People who struggle with imposter syndrome believe that they are undeserving of their achievements and the high esteem in which they are, in fact, generally held. They feel that they aren't as competent or intelligent as others might think, and that soon enough, people will discover the truth about them. Those with imposter syndrome are often well accomplished. They may hold high office or have numerous academic degrees. Okay, so some people might be feeling like they faking it till they make it. You know, now I could say this. I have some accomplishments though, and sometimes I do feel like I'm kind of unworthy of some praise. Now, not all, but some praise. Sometimes I feel I'm unworthy of it, but me personally, I don't think I have imposter syndrome. I don't think I do. So I'm not going to claim that. So is there anyone else out there in the audience that had dealing with imposter syndrome and considering what the definition was? And I read this second part right here. Imposter syndrome is the internal psychological experience of feeling like a phony in some area of your life, despite any success that you have achieved in that area. And I don't know. I mean, I just don't think I do. I mean, I don't think I'm dealing with imposter syndrome. But then that's just me though. So let's see what the studio audience got to say. Let me see. I like this. Well, Johnny Wheels, when they send a representative to dates. Explain that one to me. Okay. Kitty says, I wonder what causes this to develop. I wonder about that too. Maybe they had previous low self-esteem issues prior to getting those positions, those jobs, or what have you, though. So, okay. Teresa Jones, good to have you here. Good evening. Keena Lynn from the Magnolia State, good to have you here. I have often been the only chip in the cookie, and feel I have proved myself over and over. Okay. I guess a couple questions for you, Keena. When did this start? When, if you don't mind sharing that with us, when did it start? And was there a particular moment that caused you to feel, to deal with imposter syndrome? Please share with us. Okay, Patrick Lewis, good to have you here, sir. Uh, Rochelle, believe it has something to do with having low self-esteem and not knowing their worth. And I get you. I get you. I get you on that. No, I'm agreeing with you. It just made me think about something. Tara Lynn, I don't have that issue, but I don't want to be recognized for anything I do for others. And you know what? I'm glad you said that right there. That's why I don't like to claim imposter syndrome for myself. It's just simply being humble. Like you just saying, you're doing something to help someone out of, a generous spirit. You want to be humble about it. And nothing wrong with that because I feel the same way. That's why I don't feel I deal with, well, I take that back. I don't feel like I deal with imposter syndrome as far as workplace, or accomplishments. However, sometimes I feel that way when it comes to relationships. Now, that's a different story for me right there. Johnny Wills, I know some women, men that say they own businesses but have no employees. Well, no, that's the total opposite of of what we're talking about. But there is, and I did hear something, a term for that, what you just said too. I should have saved it though. But that's like the total opposite. Yeah, Sheila, good to have you here. Keena. This started in nursing school. Okay. Okay. And okay, Kitty asks for Keena, what do you mean by chip on the cookie? Okay. Good evening to you, Sheila. Great to have you here. Stacy, being back in the dating world, I feel the men I have encountered tend to have this diagnosis. Be who you are. Don't give more than what you have to offer. That's pretty good right there. That's pretty good right there. Keena says, I have often been the only black face in white management. I was told one time that I speak too well and use too many big words and should speak differently. Well, and now that part sounds like intimidation, or depends on who's saying it, you know. Uh, how you doing, Pilson, Sister Pilson? I think many may have struggled with it because people of color are in positions that they have to dim their light due to how our counterparts in leadership positions when we try to move up. Sad, but possibly true. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You probably have a point there. Yeah. Hey, Shireen, Dee Dee, good to have you here, my friend. Kitty, you were told to this by Siri. I'm not talking to you. Okay, and he answered back too. You were told this by someone white. Okay, Rochelle, I was also thinking this. Okay, Stephen from Brooklyn, good to have you here, brother. Sister Boykins, maybe they feel as if their work accomplishment is over their head and can't handle their workload. Hmm, maybe, maybe. If anyone can help me out with this statement, maybe it's quite possible. Hey, CJ, good to have you here. That's called self-employment. A lot of people have small business with no employment. Absolutely. Glad you said that. Absolutely. No, a black manager, and she put it in writing. Oh wow, that's a mess right there. Okay. Good evening, y'all. And Kitty says that sounds ridiculous. Yes, it does sound crazy. Yeah, tell him again, Mark. Siri just said, okay, okay. Let me show y'all this little clip. You know, it's gonna have some type of some medium for y'all. Kind of brief though. It's gonna be double take. So here we go.
I struggled a lot with imposter syndrome, especially when I started my career. I thought I was lucky that the stars always happened to align in my favor. I didn't truly believe that I deserved to be successful, even though I put in the work to be just that. Imposter syndrome will keep you stuck. It will keep your dreams in a chokehold. Don't let it win. Do what you want to do, even if you're scared of failing, because the worst feeling is knowing that you didn't even try. I've struggled a lot with imposter syndrome, especially when I started my career. I thought I was lucky that the stars always happened to align in my favor. I didn't truly believe that I deserved to be successful, even though I put in the work to be just that. Imposter syndrome will keep you stuck. It will keep your dreams in a chokehold. Don't let it win. Do what you want to do, even if you're scared of failing, because the worst feeling is knowing that you didn't even try.
How many of y'all out there feel that way? Ever felt that way? Feeling that way now? You know, uh, as I don't know about start now, I'm gonna be honest with you. There were sometimes I felt that I got to where I was, and sometimes by knowing the right people, you know, and sometimes I felt that way. Just hey, just give me that chance though. But I don't know if I just really felt as, I guess, as deep as the young lady just told us about. Let me see what y'all got to say. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Sheila says she's speaking the truth. Okay. Okay. Kitty, this sounds like something rooted in either childhood trauma or negative encounters in early on in life. I fully agree with you. Uh, I have felt that way before, but not anymore. Okay, good to have to hear that, Sister Pilson. Tarla, good to have you here. I felt that way in my career. Oh wow. Oh wow. When did that start? And what made you? Was there a particular incident that made you feel that way? Let us know. Let us know. I did, but I just press on forward. Okay. But Steve, good to have you there. Sis Rita from Colorado. Uh, Rochelle, I just graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology, and lately have been feeling like I am going to be good enough mental health. I'm going to be a good enough mental health counselor to help others. So I definitely can relate to the skit. Okay. Uh, I cannot identify with imposter syndrome. Is that even a real thing? Well, you have top psychologists who say it is, and even though I haven't dealt with it or you haven't dealt with it, doesn't mean it's not real. I believe it's a real thing. But I believe, like I just said a few shakes ago, I don't deal with it in my businesses or employment accomplishment. I feel like, hey, I did the thing right there. However, I have that feeling when it comes to relationships, getting to know a woman, thinking that I'm not good enough for her or I don't deserve her. So it definitely hits, for me, it hits hard when it comes to relationships, though. So, okay. I did when I was in my 5th year at my job, but then my association showed me different, and now I matter. I got promoted 3 times. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Okay, Shonda. Working in corporate America, you can feel intimidated until you take your eyes off the people in the room. Preach. Zola, good to have you here. Or both, unfortunate. Donna. I felt that way before, but that comes from child trauma. And I think that's pretty much the consensus in the comment section. Good evening to you, Sis Milton. Tara Lynn, from the spiritual realm, I don't feel deserving for what God does for me. And you know what? None of us, if the truth, if the truth be told, none of us should feel that we deserve what the Lord did for us, shedding his precious blood on Calvary cross. None of us, we too evil. What was that old saying? Was too mean to live and wasn't fit to die. So yeah, truth be told, we don't deserve it, but I definitely accept that gift of salvation. Trust me on that one right there. Kitty, I have never felt that way. I grew up very encouraged by teachers and mothers and always recognized for my intelligence and academic abilities. I have never felt inferior, undeserving, or as if I didn't belong. And that's because in my formative years, I was always assured of my talents and capabilities. Okay, that can make a big difference right there. That can make a big difference. Glad you could make it up there, make it with us, Sister Allen. Good. Uh, Zola, I could do a lot if I could get out of my own. I could do a lot if I could get out my own way. That's something right there. That'll preach right there. That'll preach right there. Man, man, man. Let me see. Y'all coming in good. I appreciate that. My assumption would be that those who deal with this did not have the same support or encouragement. I think it could be 50-50. I think it could be 50-50. Some had positive reinforcements. Then some of them may have been encouraged to the point that they felt pressured and they felt that what they were doing wasn't good enough, that they didn't obtain that standard that their parents or whoever was taking care of them set for them. So there's a lot of internal pressure. So I think it can go 50-50, give or take. Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate. Don't y'all start this week, okay? But thank you so much. Thank you. Corporate America, especially in middle and senior management, can gaslight you and have you doubt your ability and credibility. Okay, Rochelle, it's definitely real. I feel like it's a severe case of low self-esteem and insecurities. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to see. I don't think I should read this. Let me see. Dion. Impostor syndrome is a man-made term. Of course it is. It all starts from the way people think. That's why you renew your mind with the word of God. Oh boy. So Dion Hines, do you feel that professions such as psychiatrists and psychologists and counselors go against the word of God? They had to come up with these man-made terms, you know, autism, Asperger's, schizophrenia, paranoia, disassociative, uh, and others. I mean, it's not that simple. Not discount God's word, obviously, but the Lord allow these people to come here and be, you know, to treat us. I mean, come on, Luke the physician, the author of his own, the gospel according to Luke and the book of Acts. He was a physician. I didn't mean to go off on that, y'all, but that's and not to pick on them, but that's a big part of the problem right there. Uh Sis Angus, I have experienced imposter syndrome a lot in the Northeast, and when I live in Ohio, because I got invited to these fancy scholarly events, and I'm the only Black woman there. Karen is like, "How may I help you? Are you a scholar?" I'm like, "Yes." And then the lady is like, "How did you get here?" I'm like, "Ma'am, God is my strength." Acceptable. Okay, Renee Duncan, y'all coming in. I would say maybe when I was younger, the lack of self-esteem, etc. But as I got older, my outlook changed. Confidence grew and started not to dwell on what others think. As long as I put God first, I'm good. Okay. Tarla, when I moved into a senior role in my field, I know my stuff. Bills feel like I should be doing more based on how I viewed my counterparts. No childhood trauma at all. Okay. 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 Let me see. Let me do this. Black most likely feel like they have to bow down. That's a slave mentality that we are taught. I think we're getting out of that, to be honest with you. The truth is, if we value others' opinions instead of our own abilities, we will be stronger in our self-worth. Okay, Pastor Walters, we're going to do a few of these. Maybe this is a thing that one might need to go to therapy to get to the root of the issue sometime. They can get to the bottom of the issue. Thank you, Pastor. And I stress his title. Thank you, Pastor Walters, for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that. So, okay. Let me see. And I y'all got some good comments. Wait, let me just say this right here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. It's not a. It's a. Yes, it is a pattern of thought because there's no cure to it. They can't give you a magic pill and make your self-esteem start good. So yeah, you're right. Margaret, I'm trying to stay positive about life all the time. Can be challenging at times, but I had certain family and friends that were very encouraging and positive. That was very valuable to me in my early career. Okay, and thank you, Kitty. I'm so glad you said this right here. All terms are man-made. That's how things receive names. Thank you, Kitty Cat. Now I'm gonna show one piece of this when we talk about imposter syndrome. This may or may not qualify. Maybe y'all be the judge of this though. But this how I kind of feel in relationships. Of course, it got salty language, so y'all take a listen. Tonight's conversation. I love those folks.
One of the things about triggers, bro, is like when you've experienced trauma, you're going to be triggered forever. It's how you respond to your triggers that reflects where you are on your healing journey. You feel me? Because like when you cut deep so it's like when we talk about healing, a lot of time like it's a popular saying to come healed. All right, for y'all that believe that, if somebody lied to your like healing even down to the physical is not a linear journey, bro. Like if y'all watch sports at all, listen to who could have been sitting out for a whole year just trying to get his ankle together. He come back, first game, drop 40. Next game, he get hurt in warm-ups and he out for another 2 seasons. You feel me? That's how healing work and heartbreak. You really might have think you done the work because you haven't run into the part of you where the work still need to be done. You feel me? Like don't shame yourself. Don't feel like you're not still worthy of love and worthy of, you feel me? It's just that when you really doing the work and you self-aware, you understand it's always something to be done. And what needs to happen when you still under construction, you just need to make sure your boundaries set up in such a way that the person across from you not affected by the work that you're doing.
Well, like I said, it may or may not go with this particular topic though. But maybe imposter syndrome could be a result of a trigger. Like again, I'm not a psychiatrist, nor am I a psychologist. I'm just a live stream host though, but maybe certain triggers can cause that. I don't know. Then reading these comments, some of those things do sound like triggers though. Let me read a few of these. Let me see. I'm gonna just read these right here. I saw that segment. He spoke truth. Yes. All right now. Yes. Yes, it can. Okay. And like I said sometimes. I didn't say all. This isn't true. You don't always trigger as you heal through therapy. The things that triggered you, eventually lessons that. Okay, I think you're talking about those overall triggers. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. Okay. Okay. I think this is it. I didn't expect this one. I'm gonna say this right here. I'll let Keena get the last one on here. Yes, some of the comments are triggering, but that's life. That's a good way to seal that one up. Thank you so much, cousin Keena. I like that. So I didn't expect this one. I had to stop because this isn't the main event, though. We probably could have went the whole show about this. This was a good one, though. I really like this one. Okay, we're gonna move on to the main event. I guess it was the main event. Okay, but make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Up next, the main course. When a woman takes charge. When a woman takes charge. Okay. Got another clip. And guess what? It's from tonight's conversation. I guess this is the first time I always had 2 of them from them on here. So listen to this, y'all.
Hyper independence, hyper masculinity, especially with Black women, is a trauma response. We don't feel safe. So when we don't feel safe, or we don't feel like you can handle anything, or we don't feel like you can be assertive, or you can be ambitious, or you can go out there and do what you need to do for our family, then somebody has to, and I gotta do it for me and my child, right? So it's really a trauma response. Nobody wants to be this like aggressive, confrontational. Like, who wants to be like that?
So do you got a rebuttal?
Yeah, but the thing on the when you come out into the dating world is that nobody cares about our excuses as to why we are how we are, right? If a man or reasons. If a man said, "Hey, I'm like this because my dad wasn't around. He never taught me how to be a man."
But with
right?
that, no,
People
but with
are
that
going
same,
to hold on. Women aren't going to really care for him in that way because he acts more feminine. So I understand the reasons why black women are more or exude more masculine traits, but in the dating world, a lot of men just don't care.
Okay. And again, do y'all agree with that? Do women, I mean, we got a whole layers of this stuff. Could this be one reason why a woman takes charge? You know, what y'all say in the comment? Is this a reason, or at least one reason why a woman decides to take charge? You know, somebody say that. Oh, kitty. I wish people would stop saying black women are aggressive, hyper masculine, etc. I like that. Okay, so much to say on that one. Well, CJ, say it. I definitely want to hear what you got to say on this one. I'm interested on that one. Okay, some yes, all no. Okay. Sis Angus, yes, sis preach. I agree. I am scared, and I don't think he can protect me enough. Or sometimes I know what he is doing. I had to teach my ex-fiance what is credit, how it works, and how to pay bills at 19 years old. Oh, wow. Okay. Lou Savage, good to have you. Women take charge because someone has to. You know, you would think that's just the simple. Yeah, of course. Excuses. What are excuses? Let me know. I think, is it the reason what she said or what? Please let us know. Please let us know. Renee Duncan. Oh boy, so many ways this can go. Well, go there, sis. Black women have to take charge in certain situations as things need to get done. Kitty, not Kitty, Keena. I could do bad by myself. I don't need help to starve to death. Someone has to step in and take care of the household. And of course, he got to be taller, right? Okay, she know what I'm talking about right there. Tara Lynn, I believe that women are taught as little girls how to be independent. We carry those lessons with us. Regina, a lot of us, good to have you here, ma'am. A lot of us take charge because we are made to. That's interesting right there. I'm gonna come back to your statement. I like it. Milton, taking charge is a point of view. Most women are simply doing what needs to be done in their given situation. Okay, y'all coming in. I love this. CJ, I believe that women take charge as a position of default. We don't want to lead, but he is placed in a position, or we are placed in a position to survive. Okay, I like this. Tala, women take charge in cases if they feel they can't trust someone else to do it. Okay, Sis Pilson, some are pushed into roles they are not designed for because accountability is a thing that is lacking in relationships nowadays. Okay, and it's kind of like fight or flight. Okay. Kitty, maybe it's a trauma response for some. For others like myself, maybe they're simply used to being in charge due to previous life experiences. The great thing is when you have a spouse who you have grown to know, excuse me, who you have grown to know, love, and trust, you no longer feel the need to take over everything. Okay. The person who is better qualified, and many times the male is not available. Okay. CJ, we can't just wait around and wait for a man to feed us. If we did, we go hungry. Okay. Sheila, first, we men and women need to vet those we choose to be with. Today, people are more into types and not who's best for us. Okay. Renee Duncan, I would say social media plays a part in this. You see where Black women are at times not protected. You have the term angry Black women, aggressive, masculine. You don't ever hear these terms associated with other races of women. You sure don't. This is leading to stereotypes, etc. Tia from Kansas City, great to have you here. I think when we have reliable partners, both parties, we feel more comfortable relaxing control tendencies. Oh, I like that. Okay. Kitty, could also be a personality flaw. I grew up having to be in charge as a child over many adult matters. So as an adult, I'm used to taking control of situations because it's all I've known. I'm working on learning this behavior. Okay. Uh, it is generational. Monica Harris, glad to have you. It's a generational, both blessing and curse. My great grandmother took care of the home, and so did my grandmother of 9 when granddad was in the street. And even mama had to hold it down because daddy couldn't even remember his own debit card PIN number. Okay, Keena, I shouldn't have to trust and verify, but that's the nature of the beast. Nowadays, you have to, everybody, both men and women, you have to. Terry Boykins, I take charge when I need to, but I'm a strong woman that needs a stronger man. Let me see. I go to Sheila. But I am in charge. I'm always in charge of me. I am responsible for me, and I'm not inclined to give that power over to anyone else. Okay. You know what? Put a pin right there. I'm glad you said this right there. Glad you said that one because I got another clip. You know I got clips. Clips. From another place, I didn't get their names, but I put it in the comment section or somewhere. Listen to this, y'all.
I need her to need me to be the leader in her life because she's not built for it.
So do you need a woman to be in some type of distress?
Not distress, but understand that there is a need in your life. Most women don't want to lead their own lives.
Come on, speak on it. I don't want to do shit.
Most women don't want to lead their own lives because they weren't built to be leaders. Women were built to be helpmates to a man. Not that you need me because you can't take care of yourself, but that you feel you see the importance of having a man in your life.
But most women that have forced themselves to be independent and become successful find it hard to give up the reins to a man.
I don't want no woman that's coming over here and you just run around saying, I don't need you, because you're going to behave like you don't need somebody. So if you walking around saying, I don't need a man, that's saying, I don't see men as essentially important to my life. Cool. Do it by yourself.
Okay. What say y'all, brothers and sisters? What say y'all? Well, while we're waiting, I think she did say, yeah. Sister Pilson, we want to need our men, but they are in a place that they need us instead of moving on to the next woman. Okay. Rita, good to have you here tonight. I am a very strong woman, but when I got married, I had to step back and let my husband be the head. That's deep, but I agree. Yes, and it was one of your comments though that went good with this clip though. I do see his point. Okay. And I'm gonna read some of these previous ones while I'm waiting for other comments. T. Some of us some of us as single mothers had to take on both gender roles, mother when needed, and then the strong gender role as head of the household, taking care of the home, the children, the bills. So yes, I think we are sometimes forced into that role. I would love to sit back and allow someone else to take on that role. Give me a break, please. Mm. And that reminded me of what Sunday is. Take my nerve pills. Shar. So I have a question. If the women are taking charge, then why do women complain that they can't find a man? Sometimes we women need to work with a man and teach him certain things in a relationship. And then and only then we can work and learn to work together as man and woman. Okay. CJ, we are forced to view men as options and no longer mandatory. Wow. For our survival. Wow. 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 Brunette, let's forget about the word need and enhance one another. Expectations lead to disappointment. Allow God to reassure us in our roles. Sheila, another good fact. I am a boss. But I am also feminine enough to recognize I need to lead at times. The key is partnership. Again, we need to vet our partners instead of typecasting. Okay. Uh, y'all getting him. Renee, harsh in some aspects, but there is some truth. One of the reasons my ex and I did not work out is because we were in two different places in life. With regards to career, living situation, expectations, along with age. I was able to do for myself, and he didn't feel needed. Okay. Now I think right here, Raven has a dissenting opinion about the brother. First of all, he's dealing with some unhealed trauma. Second, help meets go both ways. We need each other. Women don't desire to lead, but men must be able to show that we can follow him as he follows Christ. Okay. Angela, good to have you. Society at large perceives black women as strong. I'm a leader that doesn't go by the strong black woman stereotype. hmm Donna, I learned that it's okay to have an aggressive attitude, but when it's come to relationship, I agree with the gentleman that men don't want an aggressive person in a relationship. They want a feminine energy person in the home. Okay. Keena says, I am not Build-A-Bear. I shouldn't have to teach a grown man. If I'm doing this and I'm dealing with a male, he doesn't want to have to teach the women those attributes because she should be a female and not a woman. She shouldn't feel weak by standing beside the other person. Okay. And I understood what you were saying. Yeah, I understood. Cassandra, I have taught a man some things, but once he learned, he went to someone else and used what I showed him. I am so sorry to hear that, though. I am so sorry. We got some more here. Let me see. Monica, I don't know if I read this or not. Okay. Monica Harris. I know I'm tired. As a single mother, the head of my household, I will relinquish my strong will and stubborn ways once a man comes along to show me consistency and take the reins and initiative to not whine and complain and take care of business, not want me to be his therapist and try to fix what is broken because of his unresolved mama issues. Mm, mm. Okay. Let me see. Me too, sis. Okay, y'all coming in pretty good. Y'all made me. Here's a clip. I had it for an older show, but I never got to use it. And somehow, some way, it could tie into this show. They never thought about it. Didn't even tend to show this one though. But y'all kind of tell me what y'all think of this.
If I'm too masculine around you, it's simply because I'm not for you. You're not the man for me, and I'm not the woman for you, because women naturally submit to men that they feel safe and comfortable around. If I can't let my guard down around you, of course I'm going to be masculine. Women do not want to be masculine. We just do not want to keep putting our feelings into empty hands. If I'm too masculine around you, it's simply because I'm not for you. You're not the man for me, and I'm not the woman for you, because women naturally submit to men that they feel safe and comfortable around. If I can't let my guard down around you, of course I'm going to be masculine. Women do not want to be masculine. We just do not want to keep putting our feelings into empty hands.
Again, and I meant to show this at least a month ago, but never got around to it. But I guess it ties into the night. I didn't expect that one though. But hey, I'm not complaining though. Let me see what y'all got to say. Then we're gonna move on because we're running out of time. Yes, that part. Yes, for sure. Okay. You got some Marcus face palm. Okay. Kitty, eye roll. Okay. CJ. Boop. Okay. Kitty, no. Please explain. I want to hear. These men, no, they're listening. No. Oh, no. Wait till you see next week. They may be talking next week. So, it is something we kind of topping on, okay? I agree if the atmosphere isn't safe. Why would I be submissive to that? The Proverbs 30 woman lives in an atmosphere that is loving and supportive. Okay, I agree. Okay. Too many men are uncomfortable with women who excel, and rather a woman would play small. She shouldn't have to do that to support her partner. Okay. You know what? I'm going to kind of stop it right there with a final clip. Because that kind of goes in what Shantina just typed. I didn't think I was going to play this one, but this is about a female comedian. And, she's well known somewhere. And obviously she's one well known than her man friend. So y'all take a listen to what she has to say.
One thing about men that we really enjoy is when we get the opportunity to introduce our girl to our world. But it's probably your personality that actually intimidates a lot of guys more than anything, because you're the show.
But that's the thing. I know how to play my role. If these are your friends, these are your friends. It's not showtime for me. I'm not comedian Lulu 24/7. Like, that's my work. I don't always bring work home. When he's with his friends, you be the star. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm gonna go back here. I know how to conduct myself in front of my man's friends. Let him be the show. I'm tired. I'm the show 24/7. You go be the star.
What y'all think about that? Quickly now, what y'all think about that right there? I like that. Well, yeah, I had you like, let me see. Exactly. And that could go for men and women. Don't hide your light under a bush. Okay. Sis Parker, it takes a man to teach a boy how to be a man. The man isn't there. Renee Duncan, being submissive is a work in progress for me. I would say the young lady does have a point with regards to feeling safe with a man, knowing that he can take care of you, protect you. Tanya, good to have you here. Okay. Marcus. Okay. Good to have you here, Sis Borden. Exactly. I'm not always the educator. Monica. Right. I can play the background if you can lead me in the right direction. And that's more than fair. That's more than fair. Yes, you go be the star. I play me role. Okay, CJ, I wish you had told me that earlier, but okay. Sis Pilson, men confuse independence with control and submission. Okay, interesting. Okay, I agree. Most women want men to rise to the occasion. Okay, these guys don't speak for all men, just like these women don't speak for all women. Absolutely, 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 positively. Let me read this a few more because we got to move on. Carletta Renee, good to have you here. I'm a strong black woman and have no problem being submissive to my husband since he is the head of the household. However, I expect him to consider me as his partner and discuss important decisions with me, not because he's the head, but because he respects me. Okay, y'all coming in. Okay, exactly. She isn't hiding. She is feeling comfortable enough to relax with him. Okay. Tia, definitely agree. You can allow your partner to shine without dulling your shine. Okay. Okay. Let me get a few more on this. Very a few more. Think the women don't know how to turn off their boldness. Some women. It's even a turn off as a friend. Interesting. And I think the last one on this one is going to be by Brother Barton. Yeah, he's a man. He's commenting, him and Marcus. Maybe someone else, though. But here we go. If we as men are leader, which is Christ, we will know how to lead, and the woman will follow our lead. Okay, that's a good way to do it. Follow our lead. Okay, we'll stop that right there. Thank y'all. Got one more clip. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. LSS. Okay. As you know, we saw something crazy. And this is not, comedian Daphne and associate. Show us what happens when the rent is due. Okay? They show us what happens when the rent is due. Y'all take a look and listen. And of course, the gentleman, that's Uncle Perm. That's his name, Uncle Perm. So Daphne is on. Well, you see her all around on Facebook and Twitter. What's that other place? And Uncle Perm and all that. So look them up. Hey, well, they both funny. They both funny though. They put these comments up here. Y'all acting up today. Look at that, laughing. Yeah. y'all ain't got no kind of sense, boy. Yeah, stop. I can't. Okay, y'all ain't got no kind of sense. I am dead. Yes. Okay, Judy, that's why. I understand that. Yeah. No. Y'all crazy. She better leave Pops alone. yeah, Uncle Perv ain't no joke. I'm done. I ain't gonna put that up there. Yeah. Those are the conditions that prevail. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Carlita Renee, car note due. Oh boy, y'all speechless. What? Y'all ain't got no. I put in extra hours overtime or something. This is your. I don't want no sugar daddy. I'm Splenda. Okay. Electric bill is high in the sun. Oh boy. Good thing I can pay my own rent. Run. Boy, y'all something else. Boy, it's been fun. Guess what? We out of time. We got to go. We got to go, y'all. I enjoyed this. I don't know how y'all felt, but I truly enjoyed this. We're going to have the announcements right quick. And at 1/2 past, hopefully within 30 minutes from now or less, we're going to have the after party. We're going to talk about this episode and other things and what you do when the rent is due. So make sure you join with us. I'm just putting this up here. We may have it, we may not. I'm just putting it up here. But just putting it up here. We may not. Keep your ears open for that. And if it's the Lord's will, we'll be right back here next Tuesday with another edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Make sure you tune in. And folks, it's been a pleasure and an honor. Y'all made me work this night. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for your participation in the show. Can't be good, any good without y'all. Y'all made this show. Okay. Y'all are the co-hosts. Thank y'all so much for your presence and y'all support. Thank you. And I don't take it lightly. So if it's nothing else, until then, y'all see y'all later and y'all take care.